Man, I remember watching The Lord of the Rings for the first time, and this scene just stuck with me. Somehow it just holds a dear place in my heart. And to honor that, I wanted to build it in Minecraft. And yes, it has been really tough to build. Yes, it has taken me more than a month to finish it, but the end result is so great that I promise you won't see these 5 minutes of the movie the same way again after watching this video. So it is especially this moment when Boromir looks at Merry and Pippin and he stands up again holding his sword and fighting the Uruk-hai. This specific moment is what I wanted to build in Minecraft. So that is what I went for here. The first step of building an organic is getting the shape done and getting a shape you like. Before adding in the details and adding in the texture, the first thing is getting the shape you like. And don't worry about it, I know that the face right now is looking more like an Uruk-hai than Boromir, but don't worry, after I add the details in a couple minutes, the face will look more like him, don't worry about it. So, once the shape is done, I started the clothing, and here I took a lot of time playing with Axiom, which is the building mod I'm using to build this, and going step by step, trying to not rush making the clothing, because this is more important than you may think. Because it doesn't matter that the shape is good, that if once I add the clothes they don't follow along with the dynamics of the build, it will just not look very good. So I had to take my time here to get all the clothing nailed down. So there we go, the shape is done, the clothing looks good, and now I have to, go and do something I have been putting off for a while, and it will be pretty fun, Time to do the face. Now the face is one of the most important steps of this build. If I don't do the face correctly, the build will not just look very good. Doesn't matter how good the clothing are, doesn't matter how good all the detail will be, the face has to be near perfect. And as usually happens, the most important step of a build usually is also the hardest step of a build, and in this case this was no exception, because here I had like 3 layers of difficulty. The first layer was building the face in an angle. His face here is tilted a little bit, also rotated, and also looking like a little bit up, so let's fucking go. And also another layer of difficulty is making the face look similar to Boromir. This has to look like Boromir. If I make a face completely different, this will make no sense. So there goes another layer of difficulty. And the third one is that I have to make the face expressive. I have to make it express an emotion. In this scene, Boromir is literally at his edge. He's about to die. He has 2 arrows piercing through his chest. And he's giving it all. I have to transmit that with the face. Represent that anger, represent that strength, represent that pain, represent it all in a human face expression. That's why this took me like 4 attempts. I had to do the face over and over again 4 times before nailing that down. But at the end, this turned out really, really good. So now it's time to texture, just putting in the color, making the right grading, making even some shadows, and just enhancing the build a lot more. But while I do this, let me tell you something. Throughout the first movie of The Lord of the Rings, Boromir's wish is just to keep his people safe, and he sees the ring as an opportunity to do that, like a weapon that will give Gondor and his people the strength needed to defend against Mordor. But the thing is that the ring corrupted that wish. From the first place, that wish came from a pure heart, came from love and just a wish to protect his people, right? But the ring turns that into a dark desire. And we can see that perfectly when Boromir tries to take the ring from Frodo. Boromir in that scene, it's like possessed. It's like that dark wish of the ring has taken all over him and he cannot even control himself. But the next time we see Boromir, he's about to save Merry and Pippin. We see him sprinting toward the fight, and in that case, that Boromir is very different to the one we just saw like 2 minutes ago when he tried to take the ring from Frodo. That Boromir is completely different because now he has not longer that desire. He has let go of that. And this scene of defending the two hobbits, somehow it's like his redemption. Now he is not craving more power. He has not those dark wishes of wanting the ring and wanting all that strength. No, he's just giving it all to defend Merry and Pippin as best as he can. And then the first arrow comes in. It takes Boromir to the ground, but it takes him 1 second to stand up again and continue fighting. And thus he needs another arrow to pierce through his chest. Then he falls down to the ground again. And it's this 1 second when Boromir just looks up at Merry and Pippin. That 1 second of the movie is, I think it's fucking insane. That moment we could argue that it's when Boromir receives like even divine strength to stand up again and continue defending Merry and Pippin. Like no human strength would be able to do that unless that strength is like blessed with a divine force. And that is why I am not just building Boromir here, I am also adding this light effect, like streams of the sun coming down to his face and illuminating it, and also building an angel hugging Boromir from behind. This is my way of representing that extra strength and that extra willingness to do the right things when you act with an open heart, just like Boromir did here. No one would have stood up again with 2 arrows just piercing through their chest if they just were holding on his human strength. It would have not been possible, but Boromir did, thanks to God, or at least thanks to that divine strength. And this is not just true for the Lord of the Rings, but this also applies to our day-to-day life. If our wishes or our intentions are corrupted, not by the ring, but maybe by something else, the action we take will not have this divine blessing, will not have this positive energy of giving and sharing and creating. And I think this is why this scene resonated so much with me. And this is just a reminder that if you sometimes get lost on your life, you don't have your path 100% clear and you don't feel that divine direction of where to go and what do you really want to do, just take a look at this build in Minecraft, take a look at this piece of art, and just remind yourself that it's as simple as opening your heart and letting in this divine blessing.